Yesterday when I was on the air talking about that whole incident, I said, I can't even fire my own people. There's a good 10 people here that need to be fired. Of course, saying that facetiously. Well, I heard it from about 90 employees, all of whom assume I'm talking about them.
Well, Scott DePace started doing a survey to see who he thought it was.
Yeah. Scott, the engineer, was the first one to... I know it's me you want fired, and if you want me to resign, I'll resign.
Oh, did he decided he would step up?
I get heated up on the air. I don't think... Oh, my God. Boy, everybody's insecurities came flowing right out.
Well,
everyone thinks it's them.
That would happen.
Oh, my God.
You made you were having a bad day, and then you made everybody's day bad.
Well, yeah. And then a lot of people were like, uh-oh, he hasn't brought me over to Sirius yet. I go, I haven't brought half of... I can't even get that done. I mean, what are you talking about? Oh, my God. I must have heard from 30 people.
Really? They actually contacted you?
Yeah.
DePace created a bit.
Oh, yeah. DePace was over there surveying.
And he was forcing people to vote.
Like the mafia.
Sal's the most paranoid.
Sal really?
Yeah. It's so funny. Last night, I'm going through my email, and Kid Chris wrote me, and he says, hey, have you heard this clip? Because I think it might be funny for your show. So I said, I'll play you the clip, what I did with it. I don't even know what I did with it. Huh. Where could that have gone? Where's my little clip?
Sea of bits.
Oh, here it is. Okay. So he sent me this. I mean, you actually have to see it, too. I was watching it.
Oh, you saw this.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I had to turn it off. I really did. You should be proud of me.
I was sitting there saying to myself, I could never watch most of these things.
Yeah.
They sound funny, but I don't know what they must look like.
You should see my email.
It's artistically visual.
Anyway, so...
Is that legal, what's going on there?
No. So I said to the guy, I sent a memo to the guys. I said, hey, this is probably something we should use on the air. You know, This is something we should use on the air. So Sal came in this morning, and he's saying to Gary, this is ridiculous. I brought that clip to the show over a month and a half ago. I'm not getting credit for it. And Gary said, you know, Sal, it's a marathon. You're here, you're working. Chris is just a friend. He's not getting paid. He just said, hey, did you ever play this? He's not looking to screw you.
Yeah.
He is so paranoid around here. Meanwhile, a bunch of people... Sal pitched this idea the other day that, which Tom won't let us do. There's a condom company that wanted to... There's a condom company that wanted to give us some money for a contest. So Sal's idea was, he said, he wrote me a note, and he says, what a good idea would be is if we all go in the bathroom, use the condom, and then weigh it on the air. I said, that's great. We're going to do that. And we pitched it to Tom, and Tom was like, no. I go, why not? No, he can't do that. I said, is it FCC? He goes, no, not FCC. It's because we don't want you doing anything with condoms on, something weird. So then someone said to me, they've been doing that on the show Jackass on MTV now for a while.
Oh.
What does that sound?
That's not true at all.
Why are you smiling? Why are you laughing?
Stuff like this that really... Oh, man, I swear to God, I could cut people up.
All right, but I don't even mind saying, hey, Jackass did this.
No.
But the MTV show Viva La Bam does that.
All right, hold on one minute. Jackass.
Viva La Bam.
Those jackasses. By the way, who made the term jackass popular?
All right, listen.
But
Sal,
anyway,
you got to be kidding me. You wrote the term jackass?
I made it prominent with my horse tooth jackass podcast.
What? Are you joking, right?
You're kidding, right?
The word, see, there are certain key words out there that are
My father called me a jackass for years. I thought he invented that.
If I didn't know any better, son, I'd say you was a regular jackass.
There you go.
All right, Sal, get off that one because you sound retarded.
All right.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I won't even get into that.
All right.
I can't win no matter what I say.
You developed the word jackass, but go ahead.
This is the thing. In Jackass, which I don't watch much because I'm not crazy about it, but anyway, what I heard once I got that news that coincidentally nobody knew about, including you, Gary, Tom, Artie, Fred, nobody knew about this. What they did was they measured the amount of sperm measured the amount of the sperm count.
So, instead of
who had the highest sperm count?
Okay, so they weren't weighing.
No, not even close.
All right, good.
They went to a clinic just for a high sperm count.
My point is that you got to calm down.
Can I give you one more, Howard?
Yeah.
I just found this one out. So, you know the clip you played yesterday about the whistling mufflers? It was a bit about how in Oakland...
Yeah.
The cops thing, yeah.
Okay. You said, here's a clip that Kid Chris sent me.
I wasn't sure who sent it.
Sal sent it to you. There's another one where, walking around the office like an insane man. I sent that.
Well,
I thought Chris might have sent it to me.
First of all,
because he's on the internet 27 times a day.
Certainly don't. This is not about me and Kid Chris. I know. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. And he is. He's definitely on the cutting edge of things that are great and funny.
Right.
And I totally respect that. But I made the goddamn clip for you a month ago. It's been on your desk. You play it twice.
All right. So I do play it.
But I'm saying to you is that you don't need a guy like Kid Chris to come in and kick you in the ass to make you aware of what I'm doing. That's what
Holy mackerel.
I'm telling you, Howard, that's how you are.
What did he just say?
You know what I said?
I said the guy sent me a clip. Does anybody want to incorporate this? You want to use it?
Use it. It's on your desk.
We know that.
You didn't know
You're
every
missing his point. You're not giving him access to you, so you have Kid Chris introducing his material.
Dude, we have 15 million bits here.
I wanted to do a test.
I don't know where every bit comes from.
Wait a second. What's your test, Sal? I love this. I love these things.
I hate to reveal this stuff. My test was I was going to filter a bit through Kid Chris that I created to you to see if you liked it.
Wait a second. You know what? You're insane.
Oh, man.
If I wanted to hire Kid Chris, I could have.
Of course, he's great.
Hold it a second. He's a nice guy and everything.
He's phenomenal.
Okay, he's phenomenal. I hired you. You're here working.
I know, but...
You act like a guy... Listen to me. You act like a guy who didn't get the job.
9 years...
I could have hired him over you. I hired you.
Thank you. And I appreciate it. I appreciate everything that you've done.
Wait, look at me.
I just
look
don't
at me.
Feel
you got the job.
All right.
What don't you
You're
feel
part
like?
of the team. What don't you feel like?
It's like, I can't explain. 9 years of me calling in and being berated and badgered and hung up on, and I was the underdog on the show for so long.
And now you made it.
You're not.
Now
you weren't.
it's
look
still
at me.
in the back of my.
For 9 years,
the scars are there.
For 9 years, you listened to the show and you called in.
Are you afraid you'll be booted out at any time?
I got to boot you out of here just to get your mental illness out of here.
Why do you talk to me this way?
You're ill. You're a mentally ill man.
That's why I'm the way I am, because you.
I don't care.
All right.
It's not me that makes you mentally ill. I'm going to get behind it. I'm going to help you out for 2 seconds, and then I'm going to throw you out of here.
Yeah, that's it. That's another thing. Throw me out. Go ahead.
You are a bottomless pit of needs. I suspect your mother and father never filled this endless needy child in you.
There's no way that anybody can fill any need.
Mommy, daddy, grandma. Look at me. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your mommy.
You're not your wife.
I can't fill any of your needs. Now get out of here.
Hi, Daddy. Thank you for all your bits. Now get up.
Go home and fantasize about being a little baby in a crib and having everyone do everything for you.
And this is supposed to help me.
That'll help you. Get in touch with your inner child.
You're just like my dad. You talk down to me and you kick me out.
Yeah.
You're exactly like him.
I see why your dad had to do it.
You said you're not my dad. You are my dad. You're treating me like my dad, like crap. And that's why I need you.
Right.
And that's why I got
your dad couldn't stand you and I can't stand you. Now get out.
Hey, Sal, can I ask you a question? This is a totally legitimate question. Do you now...
A legitimate question. What's the odds of that on this show?
Do you go to any kind of therapy? Do you go to see any kind of therapy?
I saw a therapist as a little kid, and she took out some stupid teddy bear and started beating it up. And
what about as an adult? Because you know you have issues, right? You know that you feel unwanted, even though people make it clear they like you. So do you ever think about going to a therapist to figure out what it's all about?
Do you ever think there might be more to it?
I'm afraid to go to a therapist.
Yeah. Well, go. I command you.
You should go.
Yeah, we're afraid of you not going.
It's just, I don't know. I can't figure it out. Every day, I don't know. I'm just ready to lose it. I've had it.
Wow.
I don't know.
Why do you want to feel that way? Go get some help.
I just don't feel worthy. That's all.
I worry that...
I'm not worthy.
I worry that you
really do cocaine, Artie, for real.
I worry that you
want...
Don't worry, he will.
I worry
give me some.
You don't have to tell him that.
Give me an hour.
You two should go fill your own bottomless pits together.
Like, I worry that Sal's one of those guys where, in my estimation, from what I know about you, everything for you right now is where you want it to be. And I worry that you're one of those guys who has to derail
Yeah,
your
he has
success.
to self-destruct.
Right, because you're right. You've always wanted to be here. You're working here.
Right.
You're on your way to so you know you're a part of the team. You want to, and I feel like you're getting ready to like somehow ruin that.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What? You don't know what you're doing? How old are you?
30. I'll be 36 in October.
And you don't know what you're doing?
I mean, what Gary's saying, like, I'm not a guy who's looking to self-destruct. I love this job more than anything in the world.
All right, so then what's your problem?
Why are you sitting out there figuring out ways to be upset about it?
My problem is that, I don't know, it's something about you, Howard, that you're not giving
Here we go again.
It's me. You don't think it's you?
You don't know.
All right, go ahead. Tell me what it is about me. Let's see if I can change it to make you happy. Go ahead. What is it you're feeling?
I feel that when I present something to you, I don't have your complete attention 100%.
Well, okay, get online. Next.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Sal, I'm a real busy guy.
I know you are.
I try to give everybody as much time as I possibly can.
You're a great
The reason
guy.
I like you, okay, is because you're a self-starter. You go out and you produce things on your own. You work on your own. And you come in here like gangbusters. You got the right energy. And you're out there thinking all the time.
Thank you.
Now, I can't sit there and give you my full, undivided attention, and that's what I like about you. You don't seem, at least seemingly in your work, to need that. But now you're concerning me.
It's just that, like...
You're the problem.
Like, when you were talking about Beth's pocketbook...
I hired you.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so how does that relate? When you talk about Beth's
Like
pocketbook?
he said, we were in the store, and she liked the pocketbook.
Right.
And he goes, I'm going to be the better guy, the gentleman, go, hey, pick up that pocketbook.
Right.
I'm going to buy it. You never did something like that with me. Not that buying something, but I've never seen you go the extra mile for me like I go for you.
Right, what do you mean?
you.
Like, what do you mean, go the extra mile for you? I like this.
Like, let's say, like, there's a bit that you're not exactly sure about, and I kind of really like and I believe in it. Like, you'll never say, like, you know what, let's give this a shot, Sal. You know, maybe this really, let's go the extra mile with it. Something maybe like that.
All right, look at me, Sal.
What?
You're very sick. It's beyond scary.
I don't know.
I'm not your family.
Right.
And you're not his boyfriend.
I'm not your boyfriend. I don't give you the benefit of the doubt.
Why are you comparing yourself to Beth?
Yeah, well, you shouldn't do that.
He constantly does that, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, so
that's like me going to Mel Karmazin, okay, when he was the boss here, or Joel Hollander now, and saying, why don't you treat me like your son?
Right.
I'm not his son.
Right.
I'm an employee. Don't look to me to be the father you crave. I'm not your daddy.
Well, you can
Sal?
act like it.
No. I'm not going to act like it.
Why should he? He doesn't have any obligation to act like it.
I heard a rumor, and you got to tell me if this was true. You were pissed I went to dinner with Linda Lopez and not you.
Yeah, what the hell are you going to dinner with her? That's what I don't get.
No, don't tell me he said that,
Yeah,
because
he
that's
did.
mental.
He's been going around
that
saying
is mental.
Come on,
That's
man.
mental.
He's just trying to get airtime.
No. He was. No, this is privately he's telling people.
Yeah,
right, Gary?
Yeah, but he knows.
I didn't hear it, but I'm not shocked
by it. He tells
by it.
Gary it's going to get back.
Linda
to
Lopez is a friend of mine who I see socially.
Yeah, but you know what?
You're a
She's
worker.
a pain in the ass.
How do you don't even know her? You've never
even
met
know Linda.
her. You've
She's
never
real
met her.
obnoxious.
Have you ever met her
do you
face to
know
face?
her?
I met her at the FHM party. I
Right.
mean, she was carrying herself around like she was some sort of prima donna.
This is all in your head, though. You didn't really.
Hey, maybe Howard likes that.
All right, that's
Sal.
my point.
Sal, stop looking at my friends. Okay. Stop evaluating my life. Okay. Stop looking to be my best friend or my girlfriend or my boyfriend. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in you as a guy who works at the station. Understand the relationship. You got to go out now and fill this giant hole that lives inside of you. Hi, Daddy.
I don't know.
You have real problems.
Right.
I wish you'd keep him at home, too. I wish you wouldn't bring him in here.
Well,
why shouldn't I be friendly with Linda Lopez? What do you care who I'm friends with?
I don't
even know any of your friends. Who cares?
I don't care if you're friendly
I think
with Linda Lopez. It's just that, like, if you find Linda Lopez interesting, how come you don't find me interesting?
Who says I don't?
Sal, you work for him. You're being creative for him. I mean,
there is no comparison to you here and what he wants to do when he's not here.
Hey, am I
Sure
spending
there
too
is.
much time with my children?
I have no idea.
Like maybe I should spend more time with you instead of them.
I'm not saying
That's the same logic.
But while we're on the subject, can you tell me some of the other friends Howard has that you think that you're probably
that he should throw out?
No. Like I know Ralph and Dominic. That starts the list, right? You're certainly more worthy than them.
I'm not. See, that's you putting words in my mouth. I never said I'm more worthy.
Every time I feel like going to dinner with Linda Lopez, I should call you
Sal.
instead.
What? So I look at it like this.
Okay.
I look at it like this. Here's a guy. Here I am. I work for the show. I do things to entertain you, which is going to eventually. You're the mindset of the show.
Right.
You're the nucleus.
Go ahead. Okay? I love your mind. Yeah, go ahead.
You're the nucleus of the show. I feed the nucleus, and the nucleus disperses the comedy. When it goes into the nucleus, it works. Everybody's happy. When you say yes, it works 99.9% of the time. That's what's amazing about you. So I know how to feed the nucleus.
And
my point is, if I'm feeding the nucleus and I'm providing that nourishment to the nucleus and making it happy and making things go around, what's this?
Go ahead.
Okay. Why can't that nucleus bring me into their surroundings? Like Linda Lopez is interesting to you, but Sal the stockbroker guy does funny prank calls and writes bits and ideas. That's not interesting enough to take to a dinner?
Sally's
and
socializing with someone.
Sal,
friend it is.
I know
I don't even know.
There's more here. That's what I'm saying. You're missing the opportunity.
You know what you're like?
There's more here.
You're like a guy who can't get a chick, and you're pining away for her, and you're like, I don't understand. I've got a great personality. Why doesn't she like me?
This is more of
This is sad.
why can't I sleep over at your house?
Yeah, this is worse.
But it's the same
It's not worse.
drum.
It's
He's
a guy.
beating that drum. He hasn't gotten off it.
It's a guy that likes you so much, he's willing to go the extra mile.
You
for
don't like him.
You're in love.
You're obsessed.
Well, so you know what? Obsession leads to good things.
Oh, no,
Not for me, it doesn't. Andy, you're on the air.
Hey now, what's up, brother?
Hey.
Hey, Sal, I kind of liked you better when you were home doing those Baba Booey phone calls. It's getting kind of creepy. It really is.
Really?
Yeah, it
You
is.
need to address the issue and move on and do something. I don't understand this. I really don't. It's creepy. And then I watched the E! Show last night, and I see Mr. Christie on there. Dude, you got to see his expressions. Both these wackos, they're great for the show, but their personal life is shot, dude.
I got to tell you, Richard is a pleasure.
Well, he probably thinks this way, too. He just has a good sense to keep his mouth shut.
I would actually get together with Richard for dinner more often.
Go. Get together.
Are you trying to
Sal,
actually...
you're insane.
Are you trying to physically make Sal take the gun out now at this point?
Really?
Hey, Sal,
He could be packed.
why don't you go back to the office and feed the nucleus?
All right.
Holy mackerel.
You know,
You just heard him. I
course,
just saw it in his
he doesn't care.
face
He
Sal.
doesn't care.
that he takes this all very personal.
Sal, what you just described, okay, is an umbilical cord. The umbilical cord goes both ways between the mother and the child.
So feed
The
me,
mother
Mom.
feeds the child feeds the mother. They share the umbilical cord together.
Actually, that's not true.
And
Yeah, the child doesn't feed the mother.
well, Robin, there's a permanent attachment.
But the child will drain the mother.
Right. And Sal, you're draining me.
You're draining the nucleus.
I'm not interested in having you attached by an umbilical cord.
All right.
All right, listen to me. You work here, that's my endorsement of you.
Okay.
I value your opinion. You sit in on all the meetings. You create comedy.
Mm-hmm.
You got my email. We discuss that. We are co-workers.
Okay. But I'm not.
You're a talented guy.
All right.
But you're
not
looking.
good enough.
Well, why does it
my
matter?
God.
Why does it matter whether there's a social relationship outside of where you're doing? You got a job that you love, and you got a guy that you're doing it for that loves the job you're doing.
Right.
Why does there need to be more?
I don't know. That's maybe there's something there. I don't know. I just thought that's the way it should be. You know?
Being fed. You're hired here to work.
Right.
That's your feeding.
Okay.
You supply.
And he can't let you drain him completely. That's what he can give you.
You're a drag.
See, that's.
You drain me. You suck the life out of me.
At least that's what you're trying to do.
You're cumbersome. Stop with your endless needs. Become a man today.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Rise above it.
I tell you, man.
It's not about good enough. It's just a choice.
Ronnie, give him a
Give him the heave-ho.
Ronnie, give him some tough love.
Sit in the chair.
I mean, he almost got to the
Dr.
point
Ruth
of
over here all of
crying.
a
No,
sudden?
not Dr. Ruth, man.
Oh yeah. Here comes more love. Here comes some more moral support from the staff. Go ahead, Ronnie.
There's something wrong with you, man. What is your problem? The guy gave you a job. That's what it is. It's a job.
Realize
yes, unfortunately, you don't do yours so well, Mr. Big Limo.
Whatever.
Here's a guy's been holding onto a school bus.
Hey.
That's got nothing to do with it. I don't drive him crazy like you do, man.
He doesn't.
I drive you crazy?
Yeah, you're making him nuts right now.
You're odd.
And Sal, can I tell you something else?
Freaking him out.
That you should even think of even more? There's a contest, right? I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. You didn't win the contest, yet Howard still hired you.
Right.
That's an even huger validation.
That's how good you are.
You're our Bo Bice.
No, but that's a huge validation.
I agree. I mean, I am grateful.
But it's not enough for him. He wants more contact with me.
Do you know that when you made that statement about firing people the other day, the first thing he did, he came out in the hall and goes, I'm on top of that list, aren't I?
Yeah, he's nuts.
But he has to be number one everywhere.
I mean, yes, you are on top of the list, but
it's fun to put you there.
You shouldn't.
That's the thing.
You shouldn't think that.
Sal,
everybody here thought they were on top of the list.
Sal, it's the show. Don't you get it yet? You got to take your crap here.
The show is real. And
what's wrong?
And let me tell you something. Ronnie barely gets it, and he gets it more than you.
Yeah, really.
All right.
But you don't understand. He's going to go home and cry.
This is a job, man.
He almost came to tears just now. When you said your final statement there.
That's what I don't understand.
He almost came to tears.
Did you, at your last job, did you have a relationship with your boss?
Yeah, I told him to go F himself.
No, but did you go to dinner with him and hang out with him, see him socially all the time?
No, but I didn't care to.
Yeah,
that lucky guy, where is he now?
Yeah.
Howard doesn't care to go out to dinner and socialize with you. Why don't you
What do you
that?
talk about when you go out to dinner? What do you talk about?
What do you care what he talks about?
What are you, his puppeteer? Get out of here.
Dude, you're freaking everybody out.
I want to know what happened. What is this conversation? Why is Linda Lopez so goddamn interesting to you? Tell me. Tell me what happened. Tell me when you sit down what comes out of her mouth.
That's not your business, man.
Shut up! I'm not talking to you, midget.
It's not your business.
Jesus, go back on eBay and sell it to Ronnie as a fag again for the fourth time.
It's not your business.
This guy is a limo driver who can't even sell a goddamn limo.
It's not
and he's
your
telling
business.
me how to run my life.
It's not your business.
My business is for you to get the hell out. I'm talking to him. I'm talking to him.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It matters to me. It matters to me.
You're freaking the guy out.
I'm not freaking him out.
You're going to lose your job over this, dude. Take my advice.
I'm just...
Give it up.
All right, Ronnie,
Look, you're infringing on his Howard time. Get out of here.
Sorry. You might kill me.
So tell us what you talked to Linda about.
It's none of our business. I
wouldn't ever give you an answer to that question.
Who would even pose the question but a mental case?
What do I talk to Linda Lopez? Why would I have to justify that to you?
I'm just curious.
What do you talk to your wife about? What do you talk to your best friend about? What do you talk to anybody about?
I'm saying...
Who cares?
What does Linda Lopez have that I don't have?
Well,
I didn't mean it in that way. I meant, what is it that makes... You know what I'm saying?
Why are you focusing on her?
It's not so much her. I mean, he brought up her that, he took her out to dinner and everything else. I'm just curious. What's so interesting about Linda Lopez?
But do you realize it's not for you to ask that question? That it's completely inappropriate?
I think I'm close enough to Howard that I
See, that's another fallacy.
When did you get so close?
How insulting that you would say to me, a guy you don't really know, what is it you find interesting about your friends?
No, not your friends, just Linda. I don't get it.
Linda's a friend of mine.
His friends.
All right.
She's a friend of mine. I've known her for years.
Well, then I have to stop questioning these things. I have to just
you need to do your job.
She walked around the FHM party like she was hot ass. That's all I know. That's all I figured out so far. No conversation, no interaction.
I mean, Fred, what do you think of Linda Lopez?
What do you care what Fred thinks?
I don't know her.
Exactly. Want to know what I think of her?
Yeah.
I think she's a great girl. I've hung out with her. She's sweet. She's nice. And I think she's fun. I can't remember what I talked about.
I've met her, and for the life of me, I don't know what her and Howard talk about.
There you go.
And here's another thing, too. I've been on the show for 21 years, right?
Right.
Do you see, I don't have some insane social life with Howard, and I've been here a long time. Howard and I go out to dinner maybe once or twice a year to talk about work. Mm-hmm. I think last year we got together once as a group.
Right.
But I don't have I don't go to Howard's house to watch Survivor. I don't go hang out. I work with him. We've been together a long time, but I don't have some crazy social thing going on with him.
And Sal understands that.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You're saying you're different.
Sal's saying he's above Gary.
Well, that's a give me.
Like, you understand me not hanging out with Gary, but you don't understand me not hanging out with you.
I can understand nobody hanging out with Gary. I mean, Gary's an exception to the rule. He's a bad example.
You think you're so interesting and fascinating that I should be hanging out with you.
No, I don't. That's the problem. I think that you don't see me interesting enough to hang out with
I think Sal has these visions of, like, the Algonquin Round Table. You and your friends getting together.
Right. He's like Jim Carrey in what was that crazy movie with the two guys? Dumb and Dumber. Remember where he envisions going to the party in Aspen, lighting his farts? Like, he thinks that you two will just go and laugh and hit each other with wine glasses. And
you know, as long as we're here, I would like to see you naked.
You want to see me naked?
Yeah, do you mind?
I'm not looking that good, dude. I don't want to turn you off.
You know, I want to see you nude.
You want me nude?
Yeah. I mean, is that weird to you for me to look at you naked?
Not at all.
What? Do you want to see me naked?
Sure.
Why?
If you want to see me naked,
I'll you up in this apartment every day.
Let's go.
All right. That feels good.
Tastes terrible.
No, you just do what you have to do. If we went to the booze together and I was naked in the room and I needed you to touch me, you would? As a favor?
As a favor and only as a favor, nothing gay.
All right.
You would touch him?
You would touch me, right?
I'm looking out for you, bro. Let's go.
Well, that's true. Linda Lopez wouldn't do that for me, I don't think.
Yeah. Maybe you ought to rethink this whole thing.
All right. I'm sorry I creeped you out. I'm sorry I creeped out.
No offense taken.
Yeah, I'm sorry to everybody, you know.
Bong hit Eric, go ahead. Hello? Bong hit? Chuck, you're on the air.
Yeah, how you doing?
All right.
If it's any time for Artie to do a wham, it's right now.
I did it before, and Sal almost killed me.
Yeah, you got to give him a space response. You're on fire. You know, I can't take this no more. He's whining like a little baby.
Pretty awesome, isn't it?
You know, it's ridiculous. It's an honor to talk to you, by the way.
Thank you. It's endlessly entertaining to hear Sal's, paranoia.
Honestly, Sal, you're doing a great job on the show. And all you have to do to keep the job is just not be crazy.
Right.
You can't.
I don't know if he can do that.
You're doing a fantastic job.
But when you're crazy, you don't know you're crazy. He really doesn't think he's crazy.
Like, why are you so paranoid about people stealing bits? I don't think anybody steals bits.
Here's another thing, Howard, and I think I know you well enough to say this. When sometimes Sal gives you bits that we don't use, they're a little over the top.
Right.
Yet I think that you like that in the sense that, like, you, even though we don't use them over the top, the creative forces are going so much. You like it.
I always say to Sal, create everything. Go nuts, and don't worry if I don't use something.
The bits you don't use, he dwells on them.
Right.
We should play that bit from yesterday.
Well, that's what he was...
He couldn't understand why we didn't use it. You know the one I'm talking about?
Which was that?
Do you have that one handy?
The abortion kick in the...
Yeah. Do you know where that one is?
It's in the back.
Sal wrote a bit about instead of taking your broad for an abortion, kick her in the stomach and throw her down the stairs. Which,
what is that called?
I didn't think it was particularly funny, but right. I was like, hey, Sal, you know what? This is not my thing for on the air. I don't really want to advocate kicking women in the stomach to do abortions, but
you like to see that
I liked his effort.
He tried, he failed, but you like that.
Right.
Right?
And he sees that as what?
Failure. Just utter failure.
I feel like I let Howard down.
No.
Like, I feel like you go home and
There's something wrong with you.
Who in the history of baseball ever batted 1,000? The greatest baseball player in history. The greatest baseball player in history. The greatest batting average.
Mickey Mantle.
Ted Williams was 400.
Sal, there are days I go home and go, I didn't do a good show today. It just happens.
4 out of every 10 times Ted Williams got up to bat, he succeeded.
Everything you pitch isn't going to get accepted.
I know, but I just think that for some reason, I think you always second-guess me. I think if I come up with something...
It's just
I know.
you.
You know what he's saying? What he's saying is that it's funny, you just don't see it.
Because it's
No,
that's second-guessing.
No. You second-guess me being here. Like,
Sal, you wanted that job so bad and you made it. I thought you had more confidence in yourself.
I do have confidence.
Howard's personal life and his job are two different things, and you know that because I came up there one day and you said, if I see Howard, I can't even look him in the eye. I was so petrified that I said, I hope I don't see Howard in the hall. I don't want to stare him in the eye. So you should know that his personal life and the job are two different things. How would you feel, Sal, if you and me? I'm sitting the hell home calling. You're sitting over there. You should be proud of yourself.
I am. I'm proud. This is not the point at all.
Nelson, you're on the air.
Dude, Sal, is your birthday after October 24th or before?
Why?
Because you're like the perfect. I can map you out already. You're like a Scorpio. You're all crazy about things. Are you a Scorpio?
Yeah.
I knew it. I could tell right over the phone the way you're acting. You're classic. You're a classic Scorpio. You're jealous, resentful, compulsive, obsessive, secretive. I mean, you are textbook Scorpio.
Everything bad about Scorpio, he is.
Dan, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. Hey, Sal. This is your buddy Dan, and I hope you're okay. I've known you, Howard. I've known Sal for a long time, and I think what you need is like somebody to babysit him. If you want me to chill him out and talk him down from getting these emotional highs and lows, I could help you out.
How do you know Sal? You a childhood friend?
I just I have lunch with him quite a bit.
Unfortunately, you have a horrible phone connection. I can barely understand you.
I take the train with that guy. I met him on the train.
You met him on the train.
Besides, I don't want that guy taking my job.
Yeah, I was going to say, does he talk you down? Is he a good guy for you?
I don't know what he is.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul. You got the last word, then I got to take a break.
Hey, like that last caller said, Howard, he's not a Scorpio. He's a crying, whiny little bitch.
I know. It's wild. Joe, go ahead. Yes, Joe.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, you shouldn't be upset at Sal. Sal finally made up something. His weekly therapy session now.
Yeah.
It's a great bit. I'm loving it. The whole ride to work.
There you go. Hook nose. Hook nose.
Hook nose, you bastard. Listen, Sal. I love you, brother. Howard went the extra mile for you when he said, Sal, you're hired, bro. I want you part of my team. I want you creating stuff in the back. Who cares if you get credit for it or not, dude? You know you did it.
He gets
you know
tons
you're
of
a creative
credit.
son of a bitch.
The reason he's here is because he's creative.
No, you should always get credit for something, but that's not the case.
Wait,
but I know what you do. Don't worry.
Can I say something? I never come in here and bitch about credit. That's not my game.
No, you do to everyone. See, that's how the whole thing
Wait a
started.
minute. It's not about me and credit. It's about me making sure that I am doing the right thing on behalf of the show through you. That's all that matters to me. Whether it's one word or whether it's a collage.
That's not true.
I know, but that's how I look at it. It's not a credit thing. This is the Howard Stern Show.
All right, listen to me.
I
got to take a break.
He made a good point that when Howard tapped you and said, come in here, he went the extra mile for you.
Yeah, he did. And
now it's enough.
Well, stop crying every minute.
I'm not crying.
When I'm not sitting there in my apartment next to you nude, relax. It's not going to happen.
Can I give you the flip side of the story, by the way?
You're never going to be in my apartment. Ever. You're too mental. You're mentally
You keep
ill.
talking yourself out further and further away from the apartment.
Every one of these appearances sends you one more block farther.
Right.
Can I stay at your apartment, Robin?
The only place I'd be comfortable sending you is to the moon. You can't be far enough away from me.
To the moon, Alice. And then you want to know why I'm insecure about your reactions. Stuff
Listen to me. I want to work with you. But on my off hours, I want you as far away from me. I'm going to have a restraining order taken out of you.
You know, Howard, I got to tell you about the flip side of this, which is really interesting to watch also. When Sal's sitting at his desk, and you play a bit that he did, and you like it, and you give him credit, I can't even describe the look of euphoria on his face, but it's probably better than sex or anything else in his whole life.
Well, I know if Richard doesn't give Sal credit for something, he goes berserk. And you got to calm down with that.
Come on, you were upset that you didn't get credit for the porn clip. You were upset that you didn't get credit for the whistle muffler thing.
Why? I'll tell you why. Because I just want Howard to make sure that he knows I'm doing my job.
I know.
Okay.
That's why you're here.
I don't feel like sometimes you do.
I do. How many times?
Stop feeling so much.
Yeah.
In fact, question your feelings, because they're all wrong.
Yeah, you feel too much.
I can tell you that Howard and I have never had a conversation, I swear on the life of my kids, where he even asked me, is Sal pulling his weight? All we do is talk about what a good job you guys do.
I even go in Gary, and I said, Gary, can you evaluate me up to now? Can you tell me what's wrong?
Stop it. Stop asking to be evaluated.
I'm trying to do the best I can.
Go out and do your job now.
You know when you'll hear something?
I don't understand this. I'm just trying to be
when you are doing a bad job.
He gets angry at Artie when Artie doesn't laugh hard enough at one of his bits.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not making that
true?
up.
Come
yeah.
on.
I said that once. That's all. I go, you know.
That bastard.
Am I right or not?
Here comes the savior.
What do you got?
You want the bit from yesterday that you rejected that he was all bummed out about?
It's pretty funny.
It's fine. I mean, it's been 40 minutes. I got to take a break. I have sponsors.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, here it is in case you want it.
Thank you.
Hey, Sal, let me ask you a question, bro. Do you feel you need to be in therapy at all?
I think I question it because sometimes I just really feel down, and but like I said, I don't want to. If you go into therapy, it's like taking a barrel and bringing all the crap up from the bottom. You know what I mean? It's like stirring that barrel.
Well, it comes up anyway in here.
Right, exactly. It's coming up in a different way.
Might as well come up over there.
But every time I come in here and talk to you how much I'm committed to the show, I walk out even worse.
Right. And you should.
That's why we're not therapists. Right. You know, we're only going to make you feel worse.
You're a scary individual with paranoid delusions.
See, a therapist won't tell you that Howard's being your mommy and daddy. He'll make you figure that out on your own. Howard's just being more direct.
I didn't say he's my.
I'm skipping the years.
Right.
And
well,
right
Howard's figured it out, but you haven't, and that's the person it really matters to.
All right.
All right. Now leave me alone, and never bother me again.
Hey, Howard, one other quick comment, dude. I'm watching the E! show the other night with Sal, where he wanted to stay over your apartment.
Yeah.
My wife turns and looks to me and says, if you ever turn into him, you can forget about me. Dude, I'm kind of obsessed with the show, too, man. She said, don't ever turn into that.
Yeah, it sounds way off the deep end. All right. Hey, later. I Hook Nose. I'll see you later.
All right, later.
All right. Okay, we got to take a break, and...
You have a real problem. I hope you know that.
Do I? Yeah. How bad is it?
It's not dangerous bad, but he's obsessed.
Got a problem.
He is obsessed with you like John Hinckley was obsessed with Jodie Foster.
What do I do?
I'll tell you what kind of problem.
All you can do is wait.
It's a kind of problem where...
I'm Jodie Foster.
Yes, you are Jodie Foster. He does things to impress you.
Here's the scary part. Who's Ronald Reagan?
I don't know.
Right. In that scenario.
That's what people should be worried about.
I hope Linda Lopez is safe from Sal.
Thank God I don't have a relationship with you off the air.
Really? Those are the people who are...
I know
when you say I have a problem, what do I do? Tell me what's going on. Give me your assessment, doctor.
I really don't think it's a bad problem, but it could go either way. He could get better, he could get worse. I don't know.
Would you keep your eye on this and keep me...
I am keeping my eye on it.
You should be busy with that.
But I'm the one of the most dangerous, because in this room, who has the most realistic job he could get? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got a point. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after these words.